Are on units and converting units. This is also known as dimensional analysis. So when we measure stuff, you always have to have a unit after the measurement or the number so that I know or someone else knows what you're talking about. So an example of that, if someone says my dog is 1,000, what does that mean? No one knows what that 1,000 is measuring, so that's why it is important to have the unit after the measurement. No naked numbers. So last time we talked about the SI system. This is what scientists are going to use. Remember, that stands for International System of Units. So dimensional analysis is just converting measurements from one unit to measurements in a different unit using conversion factors. So maybe we have grams and we want to convert to milligrams. That is dimensional analysis. So what's a conversion factor? A conversion factor is a fraction that just equals 1 of something. So an example would be 12 eggs is 1 dozen eggs. All right, another example would be 1 gram is 100 centigrams. Anything that equals 1 of something is a conversion factor. So here's an example. A movie is 274 minutes long. How many hours long is it? So I'm going to go switch over to my notes. Okay. Oops. So we have 274 minutes. How many hours? When you do a dimensional analysis, I always want you to set up a T-chart. Right now, this math is pretty simple and easy, and you could probably do it in your head. I don't want you to do that. I want you to draw out your T-chart so that you can practice doing it this way when we get to units that are confusing or complicated. This way is a lot easier. So always start with what they give you in the question. They told us we have 274 minutes. So that goes in my top left. Right under that, we don't need anything. I just draw a smiley face so I know not to put a number in that box. Okay, next part. Whatever unit you're starting with, so in this case we're starting with minutes, that same unit needs to go diagonal. That way when we're doing the math, my units will actually cancel out. Okay, so what do we know about minutes and hours? What is our conversion factor? Well, we know that 1 hour equals what? 60 minutes. So I'm just going to plug that in. 60 minutes equals 1 hour. Okay? Hour is what we're looking for. So that's always going to go in this top right box. Okay? My T-chart's completed, so I can go ahead and solve. Anytime your numbers that are not 1 are diagonal from each other like this, you're going to divide. So you can always just think diagonal, divide, diagonal, divide. So it would be 274 divided by 60, and that would give you your answer in hours. I'm not going to do that right now. You can do that on your own, on your notes if you're following along. Okay, so 274 divided by 60. If these numbers were switched, and 60 was up here and 1 was down there, then I would multiply. But because my numbers are diagonal, I'm dividing. Okay, let's go back to our notes. Next example, a large pizza has 8 slices. I need 136 slices of pizza to feed guests at a party. How many pizzas should I order? Okay, I'm gonna go down a little. So I need 136 slices, right? I know that 1 pizza equals 8 slices because that's what they told me in the question. I would draw my T-chart, and whatever they give me goes in that first box. So 136 slices. Right under that, I don't have anything, so I'll put my smiley face. Now I have slices in the top. I need my units to cancel out, so slices will also go down here. This is where my conversion factor comes in. So I'm going to say 8 slices is 1 pizza. All right, so I'm ready to solve. It's diagonal from each other, so we're going to divide. 136 divided by 8 gives you the answer. Remember, we're solving for how many pizzas we need, so the unit would be pizza. Okay, let's see what the next one is. How many seconds are in a week? All right, so I'm gonna choose a different color so y'all can kind of see. Okay, so we need to know seconds in 1 week. So I already know this T-chart's gonna be a little long. And I'm gonna start with 1 week. I need my units to cancel out. So I'm gonna have 1 week down here also. And then I'm just filling in my conversion factors. So what do I know about 1 week? I know that there are 7 days in a week. So I'm trying to get to seconds, so I need to keep going on my T-chart. So I need days to cancel out. I know days will go here. So I'm gonna say 1 day is what? 24 hours. Remember, we're trying to get to seconds, so I have to keep going. I need my units to cancel out, so 1 hour is 60 minutes. Keep those units the same, diagonal, so, oops, messed up. 1 minute is 60 seconds. Seconds is what we were trying to find originally, so seconds is what should be in this top right box. Okay, if you look at the T-chart, you can see that on the bottom, it's all ones. So we don't really care about the ones on the bottom. All the numbers on the top are next to each other. We have 7, 24, 60, 60. So we are gonna multiply 7 times, there we go. 7 times 24 times 60 times 60, and that will give you how many seconds are in a week. So that is dimensional analysis. It's just setting up T-charts and solving for different units. Okay, I believe that's the last slide. There's one more thing I wanted to show you guys. This is also in your notebook. You have a slide or you have a PDF that looks like this. This is going to be helpful for you when you're doing some of the math. In the middle of this chart, we have a base unit. I don't think I can write on this. Here, I'll help you out. Okay, let me open this in my app so I can write on it. Okay, so this is my base unit here. This could be meters, liters, grams, or any other type of base unit, okay? So when I say unit right here, you can switch out that word for meters, liters, or grams. Okay, so that means right here, if I'm reading this, let's say we're talking about meters. This just means 10 decimeters equal 1 meter. 100 centimeters equals 1 meter. 1,000 millimeters equals 1 meter. So you're just changing out the word unit for whatever your base unit is. When you're doing a T-chart, if you're just converting between deci, centi, or milli and a base unit, you're just doing this little right side of this chart. It's just a single T-chart, just like what we just did in the notes. If you have to go, let's see, change colors. Let's see here. Okay, if you have to go, let's say centimeters, and you're converting all the way to kilometers, you have to stop at the base unit first. So your T-chart would be a little bit bigger like that. Okay, so another thing that will help you, I want you to check your answers this way. Let's say I have deciliters, and I'm trying to get to kiloliters. A way to check yourself is by just moving the decimal. So you can use this chart to do that. If I'm at deci and I'm trying to get to kilo, I would just move my decimal 1, 2, 3, 4 places to the left. So this is helpful because you can check your T-chart by moving your decimal and seeing if you get the same answer. Okay, let's say I'm at meters and I'm trying to get to millimeters. Come on. I need to get rid of this little box. Okay, so if I'm at meters, I'm trying to get to millimeters, I would just go 1, 2, 3. Move my decimal 3 places to the right. Okay, I know that was a lot of information. If you guys have any questions, please email me.